with that spray down.
Oh!
Will be the peak of Crossfire Philippines battle.
Isang napakagandang tanghali sa lahat. Ito ang ating unang araw for our region or CFS. At kami nga pala inyong mga kasama here on our panel, Mochi and Didum nga pala at your service. And kumusta naman Didum? Kasi today we will be in two ends of the spectrum, which is very interesting series.
Yes. Unang matchup natin palang bakbaka na kasi ito yung favorite team ko from Masters. It's Envy, formerly Team Acceptance. Tapos yung pangalawang series natin, it is yung mga international reps natin, no? EVOS up against Team Stallions. So I can't wait to get this started. Siyempre, we already started Impact this Wednesday, no? Tapos nagkaroon na rin tayo ng preview show kahapon kung saan, I believe si Heck nga ba, yung ano natin, yung guest natin. And today, we're finally gonna be starting regionals. This is where the path to grand finals begin, and I can't wait to get it started, Mochi.
Grabe, no? Kaya naman, konti pa, sisilayan na natin din yung mga teams na maglalaban ngayon. Let us check out muna ang ating tournament format wherein medyo pang balagbag ang ating struktura ngayon. Ano bang meron dito?
Of course, we have the group stage. Kung saan tayo magsisimula ngayon, syempre, we got 8 teams, the top 8 teams in the whole country. And we have a bit of a switch up, no? From Masters, may ilan tayong teams na nagbago. Or actually, isa lang, no? Isa yung nagbago nating team. Nag-switch ng sides yung Perbid at saka...
Yes.
What's this other team? Sunday Shrooms. Going up. No, not Sunday Shrooms. Not Sunday Shrooms. But yes, we have 8 teams in the group stage, 4 teams in the playoffs, and then we've got the prize pool, a total of 20,000 USD match. Dito, again, another one of the teams that I'm looking forward to seeing kasi grabe yung playstyle nila dito.
Totoo.
Impact pa lang last year eh.
Yeah, and I'm pretty excited then what's gonna happen here, no? So once again, very forgiving ang ating group stage. It's all up to them how they be able to improve as our stages go by at lalong-lalo dito sa playoffs natin. Diyan na magkakaroon ng laglagan. And yes, of course, tumataginding na 20k dolyar na prize pool lang naman ang kanilang paghahati-hati dyan. Pero let us check out kung ano mga participating teams natin dito. Kasi medyo kakadahalo-halo na, pero that's okay. We have EVOS, Vanguard, Pacific Esports, Execration, Team Stallions, NV Gaming, Gaon Gaming, MATTJESS, all prominent names here in the local scene and internationally.
Yes. Of course, yung top 6 natin qualified directly from Masters. And then yung dalawang team qualified from play-ins, that's Gaon Gaming and MATTJESS. Grabe din yung labanan nila from play-ins, no? At ang malapit dito, MATTJESS able to conquer into the top 2 to get into regionals natin dito. NV Gaming, previously Team Acceptance. I'm excited to see paano sila magpa-perform, no? Ended Masters top 6. But I think this team has a lot more in store, Mochi.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure na pinaghandaan nila na maigi yan, no? Yung kanilang mga magiging laban sa mga susunod na mga araw. And since nagbabalik loob din tayo, no, from Vanguard na noong nakaraan ay naging Team Secret from our Masters, and also for NV Gaming, which is formerly Team Acceptance with the new face. I'm pretty sure that these two teams, no, which I believe ay ang magiging unang serya natin for today, may mga baon, may mga strategies. Pero let's check out muna natin ano ang ating map.
Wala naman tayo nadagdag or nabawas dito. As Impact, it is standard CFS maps dito. No? We've got Ankara Black Widow, Compound 2.0, ang new Compound, Eagle Eye 2.0, Mexico 2.0, Subbase, and Port. And this is, I like the new Compound though. Very subtle yung changes. Nakita natin siya over Impact, and it really makes the map way more well-rounded, no? Particularly on the GR side. Medyo may a little bit of counterplay na towards batteries. Dati kasi medyo straightforward. Ngayon, there's a little bit more play around the map, around the site in particular. And I'm excited to see, syempre, yung mga classic maps natin na paborito ng mga certain teams natin. I'm talking about Subbase. I'm talking about the likes of, yun na nga, Black Widow, Ankara, the standard maps that's always been there. And wala naman tayong nabawas, no? Siyempre, pinaka-excited na makita yung Mexico 2.0, Mochi. Alam mo na yan.
Gusto ko yung talagang dinidiin mo yung Mexico every time na magkasama tayo eh, no?
Of course.
Pero I'm pretty sure na yung mga teams natin, kahit sila, hindi nila masyado pinipili yan eh. Pero ito na nga ang ating matchup for today. Papangunahan nga ng ating Vanguard versus NV Gaming, which is medyo nakaka-mislead na yung logo. Pero kulang for said series yung EVOS and as well as Team Stallions. Nako po, ewan ko kung anong meron sa ating League Ops, pero parang pang-finale na agad yung ating second series. Pero sige, let's start it off with a bang and end it off with a bang. Sobrang magiging interesting ang ating araw ngayon.
Parang engineered itong ating group stage. Parang ganito rin ng Masters, day 1 pa lang bakbakan na agad. Of course, we got NV versus Vanguard for the first matchup. Mainit din to no? Vanguard, formerly Team Secret, is a team I feel like still have a lot to prove. Medyo shaky yung Masters performance nila, but they still get to their expected position, which is in the top 4 in Masters. And I feel like this year, with the changes in their roster, the changes in the meta din, baka may bago sila ipakita sa atin dito, Moji.
Yes, of course. And tulad na nasabi mo, no, ang daing mga nagbago, mas naging competitive day by day yung mga nangyayari ngayon sa ating Crossfire. And as well as yung integration na rin ng mga new guns natin, siguro pwede natin i-anticipate yun maya-maya, no? Mamaya may integration ng mga yon, or maybe much more bolder moves or much safer movements or playstyles ang ihahatid sa atin ng mga teams natin for today.
Yeah, I'm expecting more of the earlier, the bolder, yung iba-ibang strategy na makikita natin. EWC just concluded, no? It was eye-opening, to say the least. Ang dami nating nakitang bago. I mean, we've seen a lot of teams keep up or even surpass the Chinese region, no, when it comes to the standard maps, when it comes to the macro maps, kung saan tested na lahat ng mga strategies, no. So I'm excited to see ano yung papakita sa ating bago ng mga teams. Speaking of teams, the first one we're going to talk about today dito, Mochi, sino nga ba sila?
It's going to be Vanguard, no? Formerly Team Secret, been brought back to their former selves. Well, I believe magkakaroon tayo ng recent integration for Dogs. I mean, nandiyan na siya for quite some time, pero ngayon nasa main roster siya ngayon, and as well as itong si Was na penalitan itong si Jamero. Tingin mo anong magiging impact nito?
I feel like this is going to add to the firepower of Vanguard. Not to discredit the previous roster, no, pero apart from Dugs and Woos kasi andito na rin si Kid from Hell from Sunday Shrooms last season, no. So this is gonna be interesting to witness from not just a macro point of view, from a talent point of view, but also from a mindset point of view, no. I wonder what the changes will bring to the way Vanguard approaches the maps. Feeling ko mas magiging ganado sila this season, and this is the perfect starting ground up against NV Gaming.
And idagdag na rin natin siguro na parang vouch by the Tondo people itong si Woz, no? Na as much as possible, kung kaya niya maghatid ng ingay, ng gulo, ng sigla, at ng confidence sa kanyang team, ay ibibigay niya yon. So, most likely, meron tayong kaunting moral boost na mangyayari dito from Vanguard, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to see as well yung magiging performance ni Dags dito, no? Running under the banner of SDRL. Sabi mo nga, always has been in the Vanguard roster for quite a bit of time now. Now finally gonna be the main man, kasama siya sa starting five, kumbaga, dito ng Vanguard. Can't wait to see how he performs against top 8 teams dito sa bansa natin. And syempre, this is the biggest proving ground, no? Kasi top 2 seeds dito makakapasok ng Grand Finals, no? So meron kayang mababagong upset. I mean, for the most part of the last year, it's EVOS and Stallions na lagi nagre-represent sa bansa natin, no? So baka maybe now is the time na may mag-dethrone sa dalawang yun.
Malay mo, oo nga, malay mo, there might be some enough time naman siguro for them to actually marinate dito sa ating round robin format here sa ating group stages. I'm pretty sure na lalong mas magiging mainit, mas matindi yung mga i-offer at ipapakita natin, especially para na rin sa mga mananonood at mga sumusuporta sa ating teams. And of course, siguro sabihin na rin natin na malaki or sobrang tindi siguro ng naging training arc ng Vanguard, formerly Team Secret from Masters, kasi nakita natin kung gaano sila but at the same time kung gaano sila nag-improve all throughout those days, all throughout those broadcasts na nakita natin, able to mature further, medyo nagagamay na nila yung galawan sa Eagle Eye, naiintindihan nila yung palitan, most especially in the maps like Ankara and as well as sub-base. So, maybe we can anticipate that as well.
Yes. Of course, the key thing na naalala ko from Vanguard, no, from Masters, they are a team that learns quickly. And when you've had that amount of time pass between two major tournaments, gaano nga ba katagal yung break natin? It's like 1 whole month halos or lagpas pa.
Yeah.
Lagpas pa ng 1 whole month, no? So yes, that's definitely a lot of time to prepare. But I feel like I could say the same thing for all of our teams dito, no? Matanong kita, Mochi, when we started Impact, nagulat tayo kasi puro 2-1 yung games, no? Sunday Shrooms, the defending champs even taking back-to-back losses. Nagulat ako doon kasi ang lakas nila eh. Last season, do you think we're gonna be seeing similar upsets sa group stage ngayon ng regionals? Do you think magiging close din yung mga series natin, lalo na ngayong day 1?
Alam mo, hindi na ako magtataka. Hindi na ako magtataka if ganun uli yung magiging tema natin, puro 2-1 yung ating mga nagiging laban, which is also good. Nakakapagod, but at the same time, very, very much deserve din ng mga teams natin. Kasi doon na nagka-come into fruition na despite the fact na nahihirapan sila lalo dahil mas lumalapit yung mga laban, it just means that we're already bridging the gap in terms of as well as yung prowess nila as a team and as a player na rin siguro individually. And it's pretty nice na we are finally having this certain aspect na alam na natin or meron tayong mga terms or adjectives how we can describe a specific team, which just means na yung identity nila paunti-unti na rin nabubuo.
Ito, Mochi, let me ask you this, no? Ako, personally, I am keeping a close eye on, syempre, NV Gaming. Last season ko pa sila pinapanood. MATTJESS as well, no? Finally getting relegated to regionals this year. And this team kasi, very defined yung playstyle nila, no? I mean, some would say one-dimensional, some would say linear. I would say explosive. I would say fast, quick. I love their playstyle. Sila yung, itong dalawang team na to yung tinitingnan ko na posibleng, kumbaga, magpatumba sa mga ating established team.
Wow! That's
Pero that's just me. I wanted to ask you the same thing. Sino yung sa tingin mo magkakaroon ng magandang season dito for at least ngayong regionals this year?
Are we like including yung mga given na? Like Stallions? Ayun, I think that's also a given, no? Sila. Team Stallions and as well as itong si EVOS. Pero just as we are talking about that, pag-usapan naman natin ang NV Gaming. Formerly Team Acceptance, these bros all the way from Visayas, we be anticipating yung mga people natin. NL, sila, no? Wherein right now, ang current leader or IGL duty ngayon na nakalapag dito ay si Nomad, while binalik din nila si Heck onto primary sniper role.
Yes, NV Gaming, of course. I feel like this team, despite their decent enough performance, in my opinion, in Masters, no, I feel like they're still a bit of an underdog when it comes to the top 8 roster, no, but still kind of plagued by consistency issues. But you can see the potential is there. Grabe yung talent ng mga players na to, no. Syempre ngayon si Nomad in the roster as well. There's gonna shape up a little bit of the hierarchy dito sa roster, but I feel like it gives a little bit more structure to the way they approach the games. So I think it's gonna look good this first series, no, kung ano yung mangyari up against Vanguard is going to determine ano mangyayari for the rest of the group stage para sa kanila. And I really think over the course of the last month, katulad ng Vanguard, no, over the course of the last month, I have a feeling syempre nag-grind din tong mga to, no, getting the consistency issues worked out, the shot calling worked out, and let's see, tingnan natin kung nagbago yung perspective nila. Kasi nung Master, sabi nila, pressured sila ng Gaon Gaming as the team with kind of a similar playstyle. Of course, Gaon Gaming been around for a long time, a team that they want to go up against and the team that they look up to. Ganun pa rin ba yung naratibo para dito sa NV Gaming? Do they still Are they still watching their backs for Gaon? Or are they looking forward to the future para pataas sila ng pataas?
Grabe, no? Ang dain nating questions, ang dain nating what ifs, at dahil dyan, pakiramdam ko magkakaroon tayo ng further clarification. Kailangan na natin ng rest back dito. Ipasok na natin si Sneaky Frog at Bipolar na makakasama natin later as for our first series. Siwala natin kay Bipolar. Kamusta ka na, Bipolar?
Alam niyo, okay naman ako dito. Sana gumagalaw yung camera ko dito, no? Pero yeah,
Ayan, gumagalaw.
CFPH 2025 Path Philippines, it's a day one kung saan ang ganda ng, again, storyline natin. Sisimulan natin ng isang bakbakan just like Masters before. And I'm just ready para sa ipapakita ng ating mga players kung gaano nga ba sila nag-improve from the off-season.
Yes, wonderful stay. How about you, Sneaky Frog? It's been a while. Kung galing ka pang Riyadh, which is congratulations,
Yes.
no? Musta naman?
Yun nga, just like I said nung previous show, it is hot sa Riyadh. Parang yung labanan nga natin today. Obviously, yun nga, gonna be, I wouldn't say I would be as biased sa Vanguard kumpara nga dito sa last season. Kasi nakita naman sa previous show, no? 2-1 NV Gaming yung naging prediction ko. Pero hopefully, maging maganda yung labanan natin. Let's hope for a map 3.
Wonderful. Ikaw, Didong, baka may question ka sa casters natin.
Wala naman. Let's guess the show on the road. Casters, hindi nyo pa pwedeng simulan yung laro. Joke.
Kailangan pa palang hanapin na naman uli yung mga buton-butones natin para i-start. Pero before we even dive right into our laban, no, check out muna natin ang ating map Veto for our first series. Once again, guys, highlighting this Vanguard versus NV Gaming natin na mayroong mga patunayan at patuloy na lalaban para gumawa ng pangalan dito sa ating PH Pro scene. We already have a couple of picks here. We have new compound and as well as self-based. And finally, our decider in Ankara. Any thoughts here?
Alam nyo, looking at Eagle Eye 2.0 as a band dito ng ating NV Gaming, and it is a good part on them, yung port din. For new compound as a map pick for Vanguard, it is a map where they really, alam mo yun, gumaling sila, dito sila nagpakita ng laban. Pero for NV Gaming to be having the sub-base, we might go into map number 3 here. Yun lang ang tingin ko dito. So with Ankara being picked, maging 50-50 tayo pagdating doon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, feeling ko a bit iffy dito yung naging sides pick ng Vanguard or ng Envy actually, with starting BL side
Sa
on
base?
compound of all things, pare. Hindi dito sa
Okay,
new
sa
compound
compound.
namin. And the fact na baka sobrang confident sila pagdating dito sa kanilang BL side, and you know, they can go on the weaker side first, maybe try nilang agapan dito sa second half. Pero feeling ko nangyari dito, Mochi, the two best maps ng both teams actually were picked out kasi, you know, they decided to ban Port, they decided to ban Eagle Eye. Feeling ko it's more about these teams having a permaban more than anything.
Man, this is quite of a challenge, no? How about you, Didong?
Sneaks. I feel like this is I feel like this is a bold move. I think this is intentional from NV. No, I mean, you know
Whoa.
me. I love hyping this team up. Pero Blacklist, it's hard on compound, but if they can make it work, dire-diretso na yan, 2-0 na yan. Because Subbase is map number 2. BL side pa nga yung panimula doon ng NV. So, let's see. Let's just say I already have my prediction.
Wow, grabe! Ang tindi ata ng talima ngayon dito in terms of prediction. At dahil dyan, sige, ikaw na rin nagsabi, ano ang ating predictions dito. Kasi ako personally, I want to go 2-1 in favor for NV Gaming. How about, sige, starting from Daydom, pa horizontal tayo. Chronological.
Ano tayo dito? 2-0. Let's go with the Whales. NV 2-0. That's my prediction.
2-0?
Okay. Sige, pantay natin yung CISO saglit. Gagawin kong 2-0 kay
NV,
Dadum.
sorry.
Direct, yeah. 2-0 kay NV. Balik.
NV. Ayan.
For me naman, I'll go 2-1 in favor of Vanguard. Just because compound yung first map.
Okay.
I would still go 2-1 NV dito. I'll stick to my guns sa preview show. Just in case.
Oo nga pala, nun, oo nga pala, NV inano ko doon. nakita ko kasi map Veto. No, after the map Veto, magbabago talaga yung ano natin, prediction natin, di ba? If hindi nabigay yung ano dito, yung hindi nabigay yung compound dito, we might go still 2-1 in favor of NV, lalo na may sub-base. But seeing that it's compound, I wanna see Vanguard win here.
Wow. Okay, gusto ko yung in-explain pa talaga ni Bipolar. Ni-rationalize niya, no?
Magagalit naman sa akin si Sneaky.
Oh, mamaya magalit na naman. Pero at least we already put our predictions down there. It's all up to them kung paano na ipuprove yan na tama nga tayo. And hopefully, players, maganda ang gising nila. No? Sabi ni Sneaky Frog, bibihira yung may magagandang sleep schedule sa mga players na ito. Pero ano pa nga bang inaantay natin? We are gonna be diving right into the action. Bipolar and Sneaky Frog, take it away.
Well, you know what, Sneaky? It's been a rough season for everyone before this game. But yes, Sneaky, any thoughts pagdating sa first day natin? Anything that you want to say? Especially it's a VG and NV.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a very interesting test, no, para sa Vanguard Gaming, especially considering na they lost almost half of their roster, pare. I mean, nawala na si Lito, nawala na dito si nawala na dito si Aiden, which was a very key piece, no, dito sa kanilang opensa, as we did see in that last season. So, ayun nga, it's a bit worrying yung form dito ng VG. They took itong si Kid from Hell back, and ayun nga, si Woo's gonna be a big question mark. Si Tags is actually gonna be a big question mark as well, considering na is he gonna be the exact same Tags na nakita natin from years ago. So, it's gonna be a lot to prove para dito sa Vanguard. Pero para naman sa Envy, no, the only person na pinalitan nila, which is ayun, si Zenny lang. And then Zenny, that's pretty much it. Nomad having a familiar role, or not a familiar role, which is yung IGL, and ngayon Envy Gaming, that's a familiar slate para sa kanya, pare. This is just literally Herbie Gaming with Heck. So pamilyar na pamilyar dito yung Envy. So Envy does have the experience being together more dito sa series natin, no?
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Sneaky. Lalo na nagpalit na nga sila. Just like what you've said, si Nomad na kukuha ng captain role natin dito. Ma-activate lalo si Heck. We were talking about this even with Salvatore and with the other casters na Heck, di niya kailangan mag-isip ng place for his team. He's just gonna be listening to his team and looking to get those frags pagdating sa ating mga mapa. Pero for Vanguard, yeah, sobrang sakit na makita mo na si Aiden na wala dito on their side, tama nga ba, Sneaky? So it might be a bad time for Vanguard, but with Kid from Hell, feeling ko may mo yun, with Kid from Hell being in this roster now, hindi matatapalan yung nawalang butas dito ni Aiden, but he might progress as the time goes on.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting as well, no, na Vanguard was one of the few teams that can actually consistently make Kid from Hell work, no, kasi considering nga, Kid from Hell's already familiar with Tito kay Dre, Tetsu, and the other players na nasa loob ng Vanguard, no, and nakita naman natin from the first Impact season, from Vanguard, I think first or second Impact season na nakita natin from them, they just dominated with that roster. Nakasama si Janero, nakasama si Kid from Hell. So if it's any coach to make Kid from Hell work, it is gonna be Buku. Pero titignan natin, no? I mean, the new guns are gonna change a lot para dito sa regionals natin. I feel like it changed a lot para dun sa EWC, no? It's really about who adapts the fastest dito sa mga teams. Like, how good are you on the HK? How good are you on the EBR? Kung gaano kagaling yung TRG nyo is really, really gonna be important. Especially now na feeling ko, there is a lot of teams adjusting to the faster pace, pero meron ding ibang teams na nagsa-slow down rin. So, you're getting a lot of variety, no? Dito sa buong mundo ng Crossfire with these new guns.
Yeah, tama ako dyan, Sneaky. One thing to point out as well, yung may kita nating matchup later on, which is EVOS Stallions. EVOS actually took the slower approach. Nabanggit mo din last time na Alcadzia ang playstyle nila in some maps. Pero on this one, it's gonna be, again, NV versus VG. Pagdating sa compound ba, Sneaky, I was saying na this is VG's map, and they did perform well pagdating sa Masters before. Do you think na, again, with Aiden out of the picture, with a new roster, magiging mas agresibo ba nga ba dito ang VG, or will it be the same kind of playstyle na parang sabi ni Buko, isu-surprise natin sila every time?
I think they're gonna have to be aggressive dito, pare. I mean, kailangan nilang pantayan yung pacing na ginagawa dito ng Envy, no? Kasi alam naman natin agad, Envy is gonna be playing slightly faster than the usual CFSPH team, no, pare? Especially with a Red, CJ, at si Nomad on your team. You're not gonna be too afraid to push forward. Kasi, ayun nga, you got some sick riflers that dun nga sa team mo. But I think with Vanguard, yung pinaka-importante sa kanila to do dito sa early ng compounders is immediately dominate yung kanilang GR side kasi yun nga, pag nabigyan mo pa ng momentum, etong Envy, and especially pag nabigyan mo momentum si CJ, you know, it's gonna be a bit difficult para sa kanila dito. And I think para dito sa VG, it's gonna be more on the riflers this time, no? Because considering new compound, you know, medyo mas malaki na dito yung B storage. It's a lot easier to take it on B side. And ayun nga, A-Long's gonna be more wide open. Ang daming pinagbago sa mapa na to that really changed a lot of timings, especially when it comes to itong B pillars natin. So, I feel like we're gonna see a lot of head-to-head fights at the start of the round, pare, just to try and get some map control. Kasi yun naman talaga yung playstyle ng dalawang teams natin is to immediately get map control and choke the other team out.
Yeah, very much. And with that map changes as well, feeling ko magiging with the bigger place with the bigger playground para sa ating mga teams, marami tayong may kitang side pushes on A, on B sa may exit and or towards pillars. Pagdating naman sa mid, feeling ko wala masyadong hindi magiging mostly dominant dun si Heck. He's gonna be playing with his team, I think, pagdating dito sa ating mapa. For Tetsu naman, kung ako lang ba kasi when we saw sa EWC, wala masyadong nag-play towards mid for these teams. I mean, may presence pero hindi masyadong pinaprioritize ng mga teams. They were really looking towards the pag-hold ng mga side.
I think the only round I can recall na nag-aggressive sa mid yung anyone outside the PH was like 9-7. I think 9-7 yata yung score. It was AG versus someone. And yun nga, they did the secret push papunta nga dito ng CA. No other region does go aggressive as us siguro pagdating sa mid area kasi ayun nga, medyo matapang yung mga Pinoy. And obviously, yung nga, EU, China, they also like the more methodical way of things, no? So nag-iiba yung mid nila. So instead of mid, lumalaban na lang sila dun sa B entrance and they, you know, hope for the best dun, pare. Pero hindi dito sa Pilipinas, man. We need that map control, especially itong container mid. And especially nung secret pa yung Vanguard, no? They're actually very, very good at taking itong mid-con, and pag nakuha na nga nila yung mid-con, they can kind of push back yung entire lineup, no, which really forces the hand ng kanilang kalaban dito to make anything happen. So, I think yun yung isa sa pinaka malaking strengths ng Vanguard is forcing mistakes galing dito sa kanilang kalaban, pare.
Yeah, and speaking about forcing mistakes and doing a mid-aggression, we're gonna be seeing a lot of we might be seeing a lot of placement dito kay Heck na him going towards tower kapag nasa BL side sila. We'll be seeing him frag it all out. Siya maging basically turret eh. Pwede siya maging hold down potential dito, take out the rotators kapag mag-push nga yung mga players natin ng mga riflers on the side of Envy going towards store B or store A. Kasi nga, right now we're just really predicting kung ano nga ba yung mga playstyle ng ating mga, being that they're coming off the they came off the off season. Baka ngayon may iba na timpla ang ating teams, but mid is gonna be the playstyle, is gonna be the main focus para sa dalawang teams, especially for VG. Lalo na dyan si Buko, alam naman natin, he wants that control, like 70% of the map. When they do get that percentage ng control or map control, dun natin nakikita na maraming pwedeng gawin ang buong VG.
Oh, for sure. I think para kay Heck especially, I think he should come into this game with the expectation na meron siyang target sa kanyang likod. Kasi alam mo naman si Tetsu, man, we've seen him snipe time and time again. The man is not afraid to peek around the corner. Kahit binabaril na siya, pare, he will still try to go for the peek. So, ayun nga, expectations para dito kay Heck. Maybe try and avoid those early fights with itong kay Tetsu, considering Heck is a very, very good closer sniper, pare. And he can bail you out of so many situations with a clutch. So, ayun nga, I think just anticipate na Tetsu is gonna go for an opening frag sa start ng round and then, you know, try and see what you can do after, no? Pero, knowing kasi Envy, they're gonna have a very unique way of trying to counter that, pare. Maybe a bit more presence dito sa B side, maybe a bit more presence dito sa CA. But those mid fights are gonna be very interesting. Pero para sa akin, men,
ano?
The Heck versus Tetsu na matchup, yun nga, no, minention mo nga yung tower kanina. I feel like Tetsu is gonna barely touch itong tower unless yun nga, no, tapos na yung round and they're just holding itong C4 natin. But then Tinico is the type of guy to still constantly look for opportunities. Para naman dito kay Hek, no, I think he's gonna be a tower merchant. Kasi yun nga, madaming spots that you can cover with tower, EA, curve, mid as well. So depende na lang talaga. I mean, it's a variety of playstyles between yung dalawang sniper natin, man.
Yeah, tama dyan, Siki. We might really see even though hina-highlight nga natin na the map changes will favor the riflers pagdating sa ating executions, the snipers really still have a chance to get the spotlight sa buong labanan natin. Please do, everybody sa mga nanonood dyan, paramihin natin ang community ng Crossfire. Please share the live stream right now kasi unang araw pa lang to ng regionals and we are already seeing a schedule kung saan bakan pa lang. And we are already setting up a tempo or kung ano nga ba lasa ng buong players natin dito. Again, tama ba, Sneaky, na we are battling for the last two spots dito para makapasok sa Worlds?
Yeah, if I am not mistaken, it is 2 spots to go to yung year-ender tournament natin, Ben. I think most likely, we probably all know that it's gonna end up in China, pare. But ayun nga, no, one-way ticket to China especially. I think that's probably most prestigious na event. I think the feeling of winning a Crossfire Stars is definitely incomparable, no, dito sa mga ibang tournaments natin. So, gonna be a great feeling na one of these teams or two of these teams are gonna get a chance. And malay mo, no, merong magkakaroon tayo ng plot twist dito. Maybe the second seed could be different.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we were talking about it as well na possibly VG and Envy might have a different standing na dito pagdating sa ating games or pagdating sa ating regions. Right now, we are finally getting into the game. Let's go into new compound. It's gonna be VG versus Envy. Who will be the better team here? A lot of mid-aggression, Sneaky.
Grabe, early mid-aggression, no? Matakuha na nga dito si Kid from Hell. And early presence dito sa may B-side. VG actually standing pretty far back dito sa mapa natin. Not decided to go aggressive early dito sa may container mid. And that could be a mistake. Tetsu taken down. Wala nang tao dito sa A-site. Pwede nang dumiretso dito yung Envy pero wala silang impormasyon kung meron pang tao na nasa loob. So they are just gonna wait around this time. Let that defense spread out para sa VG, pare.
Yeah, this is what we were saying about Envy na gusto nila ko rin yung take that aggressive approach, kunin natin yung curve and now going towards A. We're gonna be seeing a lot of shots coming from Moose, mga kapatid, siya isa pero mag-isa pa rin naman dito siya sa A. It's versus a red of all people and with Nomad flanking it up, they will go to B. What a big swing! Nalagpasan nila ang buong VG pero sa SDRL nakakuha na dito ng kill, but heck, all the way from tower, the tower merchant himself able to get and penetrate the push here coming in from VG ngayon. It's all up to SDRL. He's gonna be peeking it out pero Nomad, the first IGL for Envy, gets them the first round.
Grabe, first round in new compound dito sa regionals, pare, and it is straight up a mid push. I mean, Vanguard trying to see if they can get some early pickoffs galing dito sa Envy Gaming, no? But they are actually quite prepared, especially in these early fights. Ayan na naman, NL getting itong si Woods. Tetsu down to 27 HP. This early mid-aggression galing sa Vanguard is not actually paying off para sa kanila. If anything, it's actually hurting yung kanilang defense.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, talagang pag tumingin ka dito sa mid when you're on the GR side VG, you are looking at 4 players. So palagi kang dehado in terms of fights. But right now, still another fast push going into A. It's gonna be a 2-man push coming in from MV. Kid from Hell though, rains Hell on dalawa. CJ and NL falls down just like this. At yung C4 nasa A, kailangan gumawa ng milagro dito ni Nomad pero mamatay lang din siya. Kid from Hell activates himself dito sa... And now it's all up to Heck with the sniper still in the tower. Might spot out Kid from E will possibly fall down. Pero look at this Heck. Now with a pistol, might go for a 1v3.
Winnable actually para dito kay Heck. But unfortunately, there is a third USP right behind them, pare. SDRL getting that last kill. So, 1-1 so far para dito sa Vanguard Gaming. But it is their responsibility to be in the lead, no? Dito sa mapa na to. Considering despite this being Compound 2.0, yun nga, still quite heavily GR-sided, pare. Pero, yun nga, Envy, a bit of a mistake pagdating sa kanilang positioning right then and there, letting itong si Dracifer and si STRL just kind of farm up dito sa my curve position natin. Pero napakaganda naman Or actually, napaka-far back naman ang depensa dito ng BG, which is very unfamiliar, no? Feeling ko, na-anticipate nila na Envy would try to go for another swift push but not in mid. Instead, dito sa B site, and they could guess correct. But at the same time, one good setup galing sa Envy, pwede nilang kunin itong B site.
Yeah, it's so free kung titignan natin. I mean, it is a 3-2 setup kung saan 3 players on B, tas iikot-ikot lang si Wooz. With this double sniper setup from them, it's gonna be giving them a lot of space. Pero look at this, SDRL enables himself, gets 2 kills. Nomad, nag-aantay lang dito ng prime opportunity. Waiting for SDRL to push, and he might get the kill. Kakagat nga ba dito yung SDRL? Hindi pa rin naman, and he backs off. What a disciplined play para sa kanila. They put up a one-man advantage.
I like that, man. Using Tracifer as a bait dito sa may entrance B natin, and then just letting those 2 players swing, especially with the HK pare, napakadali na lang yan. And Nomad, unfortunately, gonna be left dito sa loob ng store B, gonna try to get that trade, pero dahil nga nakabalik na dito si SDRL sa loob ng site, pero SDRL looking for something. Pwede ba siya mapunish dito? An EDR will definitely hurt his chances. And yun nga, Nomad will get SDRL. Wooz nasa loob pa ng B-side. So that B-side is still locked down. Pero kung makuha na lang dito si Wooz, man, somehow, some way off of that sniper position, pwede silang pumasok ng B-side. But look at the spread dito ng Envy, man. Napakakalat nila.
Yeah, sobrang kalat, sobrang malayo yung mga players natin. At kung titignan natin yung timer natin, 30 seconds na lang natitira dito. Kailangan na mag-isip ng buong NV kung saan nga ba sila pupunta. Mukhang they're going towards B. Pero maganda rin ang position dito ng VG. They're putting up 2 players here together with Kid from Hell. So our 2 new players coming in for VG will be looking towards stopping this push. 10 seconds in, NL magpa-flank up mula sa curve. Wooz will hit the shot, never mind. Oh, what a collateral from this guy. NL ngayon papasok at siya naman ang kuha ng 2 kills. There's no more time, Sneaky. Unfortunate turn of events. What a shot mula kay Wooz.
Grabe, round-winning shot galing dito kay Wooz, man. Collateral with the TRG. These new snipers are no joke, pare. And that might just be the play that gets Vanguard back in this game, man. I mean, Envy Gaming felt like they had control dito sa round, but unfortunately, a good sniper can end them all. Wooz though, same exact sniper nakuha na naman si Nomad. 1 player off. It's a 4 versus 5. Nako po, wala pang mid-control itong Envy, so they're gonna have to do another re-clear just so they can get some map control. And it's getting desperate, pare. Pati si CJ nadamay na rin. Tetsu around the corner. Now with the rifle, this time no-scoped by Mr. Heck, pero Tracifer on the other side of the map. Bipolar, inuubos na dito ang Envy isa-isa.
Wala, sugatan na dito ang buong NV and they cannot see any map control right now as Wooz, again, aggressiveness is the key. This guy is on 5 kills already. This map alone has been enabling him, pero si Heck ngayon just needs a pistol. Walang no scope, ngayon double kill with the USP, pero napapaligiran na siya, nasa likuran si SDRL, isang backstab ang papatay sa kanya.
3-1, and this is what you expect from a compound GR side, no, especially when it is VG on this side, pare. That expert sniping, surprisingly, not much galing kay Tetsu. It was mostly itong si Wooz doing most of the work gamit na kay TRG. But this double sniper is really giving so much pressure dito sa mapa natin. And it's CJ pa ang nawala dito, pare. CJ, a momentum-based player out of the picture already. And it's not gonna get any better para sa Envy if they cannot find anything, pare.
Yeah, this is not good for Envy. They are getting wounded every time. Nasusugatan sila to a point na hindi na sila makalakad. Napipilayan sila right now. Nagdi-discontinue ating mga players. Pero for VG, it's Wooz to take the lead. And given that naman na hindi naman palagi tumitikim dito ang NV on A, so wala masyadong nakikitang action si Tetsu. Now he moves towards the other side. Pero si Wooz, this guy, now on 6 kills. Naaangatan dito even si Heck on the tie game. And they're playing with the time right now, Sneaky. Parang nag-aanap pa rin sila ng picks, pero yung buong VG hindi bumabadya, hindi sila lumalabas.
Yeah, playing disciplined here. Fully knowing yung experience naman ng mga players. They know not to go forward with that system. Pero kalmado lang sila at this very moment. Vanguard not really having to do anything, no pare. Tamang stay lang dito sa kanilang posisyon. The only position they have to worry about is long. And pag nawala na dito si NL, that's gonna be a done deal. Pero NL, gotta look for an opportunity possibly dito kay Tetsu. Heck, una mahuhulog para sa kanyang team. Envy, it's gonna get a lot worse if you cannot get the entrance player. Pero Tetsu nakatalikod dito. NL, opportunity of a lifetime. If he can get this headshot, this could be the one to get it. Yun lang! That's gonna be one. Meron pa isa na nasa loob ng site. Woos, good shot. Woos, another one with the sniper. Woos with a 3K! Nako po! The streets weren't lying about Woos, pare. This kid is good.
Yeah, this Tondo boy is really out there. Ang Wonder Boy ng Tondo. Kung may Wonder Boy tayo sa EVOS, meron din tayong Woos na able to go toe-to-toe with him. At ngayon with the sniper, he is iba, kakaiba dito. Making
Grabe
plays
naman yun, man.
left and right. Up-down position, kahit saan mo ilagay si Woos, makakahanap siya ng kill at hindi siya napapatay. At ngayon si Tetsu naman ang titikim, throws down the TGR, takes advantage with the rifle. At ngayon 2 players, 3 players taken out for the side of Envy. NL na lang at Heck ang matitira, and now it's all up to Heck. This man has been carrying this team since Masters. Ngayon, he is in a 1v4 situation kung saan he's been fragging with the USP. Not a lot of shots with that sniper that now gains a double. Pero doon naman si Kid from Hell all the way from CA to get him into his grave.
Grabe, I'm sensing some inexperience, no, galing dito sa Envy in this particular map. Granted, no, napakaganda na kanilang round number 1. The pacing was really good. But then, that was the time na Vanguard was actually willing to fist fight for this mid control, no? Medyo nag-hold back na ngayon yung Vanguard, and now they are being rewarded, pare. Pero yun lang, this is gonna be one of those rounds that Vanguard hopes that this play works. Pero
Oh my
kung
God.
makuha nila yung A-site men, and nasa kanila yung long control, this wouldn't be too bad. Pero Tracy for una mahuhulog. But here we go, CJ on this long position. Tetsu with the quick trade, pero mapapabalik na lang sila dito. Vanguard with the wrongest lead in the entire game.
Yeah, kakaiba yun. They push out long, tapos nandun pa yung tatlong players natin sa B. It was not the right read. Ngayon with the C4 planted, will Heck hit the
Agay.
shot? Yes, he will. Kahit na bulag dito si Heck, able to get it, and as well as Arid taking down the last player, which is Woos. Mukhang ang problem dito for VG, kapag hindi nauuna si Woos, hindi nila makukuha round win.
For sure. At the same time, VG is one of those teams na once they are a certain point in the lead, pare, they're just gonna try some stuff dito sa mapa to try and further that. And unfortunately, that try wasn't the best para sa kanila dito. Especially straight up mid-push lang yung ginawa ng Envy. Contact. No nades, no nothing. Pero ngayon, B-site na ang kanilang target. 3 players in this pillar position. STRL, a familiar spot, as well as itong si Tracifer. Pero think alam yata ng Envy not to mess with this B-site too early, no? Knowing na merong HK na nag-aantay dito.
Yeah, after what, 3 rounds na dire-diretso lang ang buong Envy. Ngayon, they will try and slow things down. Again, another mid control. Heck will be looking towards mid. Pero mamamatay agad siya, Woos. Out of nowhere, makakuha ng isa. But the smoke being a problem para dito sa side ng VG, cannot see if someone is already in curve. At kung tatanungin natin yung mga players dito ng Envy, meron na kasi CJ plants himself here.
Hala.
Pero Arid falls down out of nowhere. Dun sa pillars namatay siya. Ngayon it's process of elimination, Sticky. Lahat ng players ngayon ng Envy nasa mid at napapaligiran sila ng V2B. But NL ngayon, kasama ka ni CJ, can they get in quite clearly without a lot of wounds? Pero look at this, mamamatay lang ulit si CJ and not get the kills that he wants. Hindi siya makakuha ng momentum, and now this conjointed or discontinued na naman ang mga players natin mula sa Envy. They're falling down like flies. It's Nomad once again in a 1v4 situation. No more time, able to get one. Dalawa may kita niya dito, pero he falls down.
Grabe, 6-2. Vanguard with a hell of a start dito sa compound natin. The defense is getting better and better dito. But at the same time, that is one of his strengths dito ng Vanguard, no? There's already a play happening dito sa mid. Envy already lost a player. Siyempre, nag-gather pa sila ng kanilang thoughts dito sa mapa natin. And all of a sudden, Vanguard attacks from the B side. They do not let you rest, pare. They're just gonna keep punching and punching. They do. Pero yun lang, sumusuntok na rin dito yung Envy. CJ Nomad getting to long. Kailangan nila dire-diretso. Pero si Woos around the corner, the biggest problem
Deadly to.
ng Envy. Pero TRG yung kanyang hawak, pare. It does need time na kumasa. Pero hindi pa ipupull ng trigger ng Envy. They're actually gonna wait around, look for that timing. Pero Woos, suspecting na merong long push na may mangyayari dito.
Yeah, nag-aantay pa rin siya. He is waiting for that push and he knows pag hinode niya to, able to get 1 kill, he will win this round of 4 VG. Pero pre-positions on the others or on the other corner dito ng A site natin, it looks like VG will still be holding a lot of players here in A. A great read coming in from them. And it's all up to this race. Maunang makakuha ng kill with a double kill as well. He falls down to the hands of NL. Pero buhay pa rin naman dito si Woods. Hindi pa siya napapakita. Pero na-clear out agad ni Ared. And with a double kill on him, that is our first half, 3-6.
And yeah, 3-6. Envy not bad. In all honesty, no, pagdating sa kanilang BL side, they got 3 rounds. I think Vanguard now having to get 4 para ipanalo yung game na to. But now, with Envy being more on the GR side, a lot more comfortable pagdating sa mapa natin. And let's see what the defense looks like para sa kanila dito. Pero same old para sa Vanguard, no? They're playing a lot more slower kumpara sa kanilang last season. Pansin ko actually.
They, pagdating na sa BL side, they still wanna go for like what initial pickoffs. Tapos after nun, saka sila magde-decide. Pero for Envy, tama ata prediction natin dito, Siniki, that they will go and put 2 players or 1 player here in mid para at least if ever man magpupush dito ang VG on the BL side, may at least isang pick-off mula sa kanila, makes things easier on the defending side. Pero look at this, NL in a great position, Arid as well dito on B side. Pero mukhang they're putting a lot of pressure right now for VG towards exit or towards long A.
Yeah, I think magtatapon yata ng flash dito si Tetsu in this B side. Try to draw some of the players' attention, no?
Yeah.
Para makadaan ng mid itong Vanguard. But no, actually, they're gonna assign some players na pumunta dito ng B side. So it's turned into a 4-1 into a... I mean, it's still a 4-1, but it's the other way, pare. 4 players in the B site, 1 player na nasa loob ng tower. This is gonna be slightly rough to go for. But with the right nades, pwede silang pumasok na B site. NL spotted in the corner. Nakita ni STRL na tumapon ng nade dito si NL. That's gonna be the first one. Second one, Woos and STRL. The double entry is gonna work so far. Pero si CJ hindi pa namamatay. Nandito sa loob ng EB. CJ will get Tracifer. So that's a 3v3. Kung makakuha sila ng Storby control, pare, retakeable pa naman to. But then Heck is so worried na merong flank na manggagaling dito, man. VG is in their heads, pare.
Yeah, parang namamanipula na sila ng buong VG and VG is just waiting for these kinds of push kung saan mas angat sila. And now, they have 2 players left para tignan and both of these players are coming in from the side of Curve. Tetsu, long-range shots, might get a third. Can he hit the shot? No. Heck, makakuha pa rin ang isa. This pistol of him has been deadly pero Tetsu pa din ang mananaeg. 7-3 already.
Kaya pala tumingin sa likod itong si Boss Heck. He probably pressed tab and nakita niya buhay pa dito si Tetsu. So he probably assumed na this guy was already tap walking all the way too long as soon as that C4 was planted. Pero hindi, Tetsu playing discipline this time. I'm liking it galing dito kay Tetsu, no? He's not actually egoing. Gusto pumasok pero pati si NL hindi siya nagpapapasok dito sa A-site bipolar.
Man, that Z-hold mula kay NL was intense. Ilan nakuha niyo dun? What, 3 or 2 at least? Able to stop the push. Tapos, I mean, nakapasok yung VG dun mula sa mid ng dry. Wala man lang anything. They just use the flash as concealment. This is ang surprise yung gagawin nila. It was enough for them to get into curve, to get into EA.
Uy.
Pero ngayon, CJ activating himself once again. Double kill. Siya naman ngayon ang magpipik ng dry. Naked. Nothing.
Yun nga. That's what I expect galing dito sa Envy, no? They are not afraid to go for that double peek dito sa mid to try and get that early read, pare. And obviously, and itong si STRL caught off guard already. 2 very key players. And VG, it's gonna look a bit desperate para sa kanila dito to try and look for an opening. But we are gonna see some individuals trying to go for some aggressive peeks dito, pare. Pero napakaaga pa naman ng oras. VG can take their sweet time and looking for angles here. Pero para naman sa Envy, hindi nila kailangan gumalaw dito. All they have to do is stay on their side of the map.
Yeah, all they have to do is wait for them to get into the crosshairs sa kanilang LOS. Ang ganda rin hold to coming in from sa B site ng Envy. Hindi makapasok basically ang buong VG. Now they try their luck dito on long A. Unang titikim dito si Tetsu pero Nomad in a great position to get 1. Might get 2 pero he falls down from the shot of through all the way from the back, he gets a double kill. Heck, nakakuha rin ng isa. Pero it's a 1v3 situation. Ang pop-off king natin mula sa VG. This debut from him has been ending, pero kaya niya pa ba pumitaas? Who's not able to get the shot in. Still not damaged, pero yung flash nandun. The shots will not connect. CJ to get the kill.
Grabe, the resurgence from Envy dito sa second half natin. This is what we were talking about, na picking BL is worth it kung ito naman itsura ng GR namin. And heck, also on a tear dito sa mapa na to. So many players already on double digits para sa Envy. Sabay-sabay silang umiinit dito. Just a bit more from a red, a bit more galing dito kay CJ. And this could be the dub that they're looking for to start off yung season natin. Oh, but then that's not how you should start a round, Mr. Bipolar. Crouch peek galing kay Woos. Instant quick scope dito kay Heck.
Yeah, crazy play coming in from Woos. What was that? Siya lang ata makakagawa nun, and that kill to getting this first set. I mean, nakakuha ng kills dito, nakakuha ng rounds ang Envy, pero with Heck out of the picture, with him not being able to penetrate the defense and stop the pushes, mahirap to para sa kanila. Pero kung titingnan natin ngayon, hiwa-hipolay pa rin naman ang buong VG squad natin. 2 on long, 1 on B. Pero right now, we can see who's still trying to pick these out. Ngayon, siya ang titikim dito sa tower. CJ knows that someone is here, but this is deadly spot for Woos, pero he gets the kill. What was that? A double kill mula sa kanya. He plants himself again. Isang sentry para pumatay ng dalawa, and now wounded ang Envy.
Grabe, Heck is not the only playmaking sniper dito sa mapa na to. Woos has come alive in this game. That is another one para kay Woos. 20 strong in this game. No man, the last one left alive against 4. No chance, pare. 8-5 Vanguard. Woos willing that win papunta sa direction dito ng Vanguard. And only 2 points needed for the VG squad in order to claim itong Compound 2. Envy are dumbfounded, pare, kung paano nangyari yun. And they are playing as far back as possible. Mukhang confused pa sila sa nangyari, pare.
Man, there was nothing wrong. Isa silang nandoon as a mid. And just able to flick from left to right. I mean, right now, 20 kills, Nikki. 20 kills. Ang naambag niya sa buong VG. We are not... Di tayo sanay na a VG as a squad are able to provide these kinds of numbers. They are powerful. Pero for them to have someone like this, to have someone as dominating as Woos, this is just... unseen. Ngayon si Tetsu from that corner, able to get a headshot. Pero trade-off ngayon, here on long A, able to get some shots in.
No way.
Angat pa rin naman ang mga players in HP. Wala pa rin na in terms of players, but who's in this tower position?
He's through.
Nahihirapan tuloy ang buong Envy towards this defense. They get inside curve. Papasok sila ng baby without any repercussions. Paano sila nakapasok dito ng libreng-libre? Arid na wala. Nawala ng bula at si Woos nakakuha ng 2K! What?
22-10. That is a statement start dito sa CFS Regional Finals, pare. Vanguard may be coming back, but it seems like Woos has not left whatsoever. Grabe talaga. The new wonder kid from Tondo. Just like then, Treats were right about Woos. He is a very, very good player, pero very good din naman dito si NL. 11-9 so far in the game. Good opening dito kay Tetsu, who hasn't had the best game, pare. 6-11 so far for the sniper. Pero mapapabalik dito yung Envy. They got what they wanted dito by Polar. All they need is that one pick. Mapapabalik na sila agad, and yeah, it's up to Vanguard to find a way to get back into this one. Pero si SDRL, 1 HP na lang. Nako po.
Very, very hard for SDRL there. I mean, just like what you've said, Envy, kailangan lang ng isang pick-off here, at dito gagana yung very slow approach, passive approach ng Envy. With one player down, they have the advantage. Smokes here, bago makapasok ang buong VG squad, pero look at him kill, and can he get more? Possibly get this one more kill? Yes, he can, pero he falls down into the hands of Dracifer. Ngayon, it's a 2v4. Matay pa doon yung isa. CJ gets a... And now, it's all up to Dracifer once again. There's a lot of time in the mix. Meron pa rin naman siyang bomba sa katawan niya. He has the C4, but he will fall down. Envy still able to perform 9-6.
Nga, buhay na buhay pa naman yung Envy dito. 14-12 para dito kay Heck. But at the same time, some of the other players are now starting to come alive. Red, a very important piece that we need to see dito sa mapa na to. Activating para dito sa Envy Gaming. Pero Vanguard, I think learning from their prior lessons, no pare, especially that early peak dito sa may B pillars natin. Now, nagpapasama na dito si Tetsu trying to look for the opening punish. Pero hindi pa makakarating just yet. Everybody is calmed down, including itong Envy. Napaka-passive ng kanilang depensa, pare. They're not letting anything slip by.
Yeah, ayaw nila lumabas. Ayaw nila magpakita. They are the ones that needs to wait for the kill sec ngayon in a game position. Pero look at Red once again. Kanina pa siya nandito. Mukhang alam ata ng VG, but he still wants to risk this all. Kasi kapag hindi siya chinek dito, at least 2 kills ang mapupunta sa kanya as well as NL. Pero siya ang unang pipik. What a headshot mula kay Ared. At dahil dyan matitigil muli ang push ng buong 1 point away getting this map win. At napatigil, Sneaky. Humina ang laban. Tumahimik ang plays coming from VG, pero pumasok pa rin naman sila. What an NL kill. He gets 2. Can he get 3? Mag-isa na lang naman dito si Dracifer on B. Pero ngayon nagiging carousel yung playground natin. Dracifer able to get the kill. 2v3 situation. Tetsu in sight already. Naiiwan siya dito. Pero naka Dracifer yung bomba. Hindi makapasok ang buong Envy, pero they're still just waiting for the plant up. Wait for a great flash coming in from Nomad. CJ gets in, pero look at this. Once again, Heck with the pistol. Kasang si Jason Bourne able to get the kill, and Nomad to end things off. They claim the 7th round.
Grabe, 9-7. The slow comeback galing dito sa Envy is now starting to become a reality dito, pare. Woos. Bit kill-less for the past 2 rounds, pare. We're gonna need you to activate para dito sa Vanguard. Dracifer now on the AK-47. So back in the pre-nerf meta. Pero nakita naman natin galing kay Chris that it's an effective weapon. Pero hindi na kailangan yung AK dito. The EBR, the HK is enough for this entry on the B site. Envy getting a bit too frisky dito sa B pillars and they get punished for it. Headshot after headshot and it's not even a bomb plant, pare. VG, 5 kills, 10-7 dito sa compound.
What a match. What a starter sa buong regionals. Pero unang makakuha ng map win dito is Vanguard's 10-7. Woos, man. Grabe si Woos. Ilang kills yung tinapos. Ilang kills after that first map?
All I'm saying is, yun nga, J-Bice, you weren't wrong, pare. This kid is actually very, very good. I mean, having a secondary sniper talent like that, especially para dito sa Vanguard, no, is gonna be one of the keys on why they're gonna make a deep run dito sa regionals, pare. If you have a sniper like Woos, who is not the same opener as itong kay Tetsu, but can clutch out rounds like that. I mean, it's basically like having a Heck on your team, pare, without the leadership. But di naman kailangan ng VG ng leadership. They need another player. They need a star. Kasi yun nga, nawala si Paul, nawala dito si Das. So now it is the era of Woos dito sa Vanguard, pare. Might be a possibility.
I mean, this wonder kid from Tondo, mukhang the news are not wrong. Mukhang lahat ng chismis na napupunta sa mga kanto is actually correct. Nakikita natin na he is a star player. And just like what you've said, yun nga yung kailangan, a star player that can put himself in a position that doesn't need anybody in his place. He just needs to play his game. He just needs to play for his team. At nakita naman natin yun from the GR side itself. The defense mas gumanda for what we saw from Secret and Masters. Mas naging solid. Hindi makapasok ang buong side dito ng Envy. Even Heck, hindi siya na makakuha ng kills because they are so, alam mo yun, silang takot. If you save and if he falls down, nandiyan pa rin naman si Tetsu on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and I mean, having a sniper like Woos is such a big benefit, especially considering that Tetsu is going to be going for those aggressive peaks, and just having that insurance, no, na meron pang isang sniper that is just going to hold down yung mga sites is very, very nice para dito sa Vanguard, pare.
I mean, Sneaky, it is crazy that we are seeing this in the first map itself. Pero Sneaky, compound, we finally see na parang mas naging pulido talaga ang playstyle dito ng Vanguard. We actually saw in the first round of BL, mabagal sila maglaro compared to what we see from them before the season.
Yeah, I think it's very, very CFWL inspired though. Yung nakikita natin galing sa Rock Esports in their compound too, considering yun nga, they're probably first or second or third best team pagdating dun sa mapa na yun. Taking it slow at the start of the round, getting that map control, making sure na mid is locked down para sa inyo, and having options open is one of the most important things para dito sa Vanguard, no? Kasi most of the time, or at least 40% of the time, pare, nagkakamali sila sa execute and they have to figure it out of a 4v5. They just so happy to be really good pagdating dun sa sa skill na yun. So, ayun nga, I would say na Vanguard looking, I would say, a lot more solid. I would say this is probably equal or slightly below sa nakita natin from Secret. But hey, it's already a good start sa nakikita natin dito.